overall, I mean, if you couldn't tell, this is a very disappointing song. It's disappointing not because the song is just terrible and everything is bad. It's because the music is actually trying as hard as it can to achieve something huge and epic and grand and like really do something awesome. And Ivan Moody is like taking his feces and just smearing it all on the fucking walls and just like scribbling all over everything that they do. It's really unbelievable how out of like how tonally disconnected he is from the music of this song, and then how like I don't even know what that is, the delusional narcissistic fucking something he would have to be to think that these are like interesting, like this is like a commendable story to tell, his really difficult struggle of when he messed up and his girlfriend broke up with him and he's the victim in this scenario. It's ridiculous, man. Here's what I think. It's got to be so wild having a singer with as much charisma and notoriety as Ivan. He is like the face of the band and who everyone associates with it. But then on the other end, like he has that charisma, right? But on the other end, his lyrics are just abysmal. Like not even just bad or mid, like just having these just horrible lyrics. Can't tell a story to save his life. And not even just on this one song, the whole album is like this. It felt like the band was trying to write higher tier songs, and then just every step of the way, Ivan is dragging them down with his lyrics and the lyrical content. It's just the same shit over and over again. The same ideas are, everyone's a liar. I think he literally has a song called Everybody Lies, and it's just, he just says it over and over again. And then like there's memes. Some of the songs even have like memes in them, like the lion doesn't concern itself with the opinions of sheep. Like that is so fucking cringe, dude. And speaking of cringe, the spoken word, there's like one song where the whole song is like spoken word cringe. Like, hold on, let's see. Which one is it? You're taking the light from this one. There's a push. I look around and all I see are robots, goblins, and creeps. He's the worst, man. He's actually the worst, bro. He fucking sucks so bad. What a conundrum to be in as a band. To be so talented and try so hard to make cool, epic music, and then to just have the worst lyricist of all time. And unfortunately, he is a charismatic guy. He is a very like, he made me laugh just now. Fair enough, but God, he sucks. All right, let's close this episode out. So, just getting some stuff ready. Hold on one second. Okay, so let's start with the telos, the purpose. What are they going for here? So this song to me feels like there were two conflicting visions. The band, like the musicians, wanted to write something huge and epic and cinematic, right? Like really something that was like higher tier than some of the more normal hard rock metal songs that they write. And I think they delivered. I think this song from a musical standpoint is really cool. But then Ivan, on the other hand, also wanted to do something. He wanted to just complain about how his girlfriend broke up with him. Very insightful, very cool. Even though he is the one who messed up and she broke up with him because of what he did, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Disregard that. He's the victim. So that seems to be the purpose here. The band wants to write something really awesome and epic and huge, and he wants to complain about his girlfriend. This genre-wise, this is just a hard rock, heavy metal song, pretty generic, but with like some cinematic moments, little strings and the percussion and all of that. I'll talk about that in a second though. But yeah, in general, just a hard rock, heavy metal song. Structurally, it's a pretty normal song. I put normal-ish. The verses in particular are very long. And there is kind of like this interesting thing where they have this really long verse and then they play the main riff and then a pre-chorus and then the chorus. It flows really, really well. Like the pacing for this song is really good. But that is kind of an interesting structure to have, verse, main riff, pre-chorus, chorus, and then the main riff, and then the second verse, and then the main riff a third time but then they utilized the main riff there as a pre-chorus for the second pre-chorus. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Like, it's pretty cool. And then having a unique outro section was cool too. I really liked that. So yeah, I mean, overall the structure was pretty good. Compositionally, I think that this song is really great. Like, musically, melodically, like all of Ivan's melodies, aside from those super cringe pre-choruses where, you know, I couldn't see it coming, it just took me by surprise. Like that's just cringe, bro. You gotta stop that. But his actual singing throughout the song in the verses and the choruses, really, really good. Ivan sounds really good. His melodies are always super catchy and singable. That's probably why he gets away with so much dog shit lyricism, but because his stuff is so appealing from like an overall musical standpoint and like a melodic standpoint. The lead guitar and rhythm guitars in that main riff, I think, have a really cool dynamic. Here, let me just play that for y'all again. It is really cool. It's hard to talk about. Shit, I'm on the wrong song. Here. Yeah, that dynamic there with the rhythm guitars and the lead guitar being both palm muted and the main riff, that's really cool. Really, really interesting. And yeah, I thought the outro riff was surprisingly like a really solid little riff that they have at the outro. The solo, strangely enough to me, I think the solo was one of the weaker musical sections. It just felt really stock, really bland. Didn't really blow me away. I'm a guitarist myself, so I'm like, it's hard to identify like guitar cliches specifically with words. I don't have I'm not gonna get my guitar out for this, but like, as a guitarist with some degree of skill, I can kind of recognize the, like, yeah, okay, you just kind of you just phoned that in, little moments of that. But anyway, I mean, it's a fine solo, but it just was a little weaker than the rest of the song musically. So yeah, overall though, compositionally, this was a pretty solid song. I definitely enjoyed this I definitely musically enjoyed this more than Eye of the Storm. And then the mix as well. This kind of goes hand in hand with the genre, whereas like it's a pretty standard hard rock metal mix, but they did leave a lot of room. Like, they were able to find a nice balance of having the mix still hit hard and heavy, but also having like those more cinematic elements, the strings and the percussion and all of that. So, and the choir at the end too, though I do think the choir was a little quiet. But yeah, the mix was good. So then that gets us to the lyrics, and the lyrics are where this song falls apart ultimately. Ivan is ambiguous on any details in these lyrics, but the story appears to be that he made a mistake. His girlfriend decides to not forgive him and in fact break up with him. And then Ivan wrote this song as a response where he is basically just complaining about it. He is complaining that she is being unnecessarily cruel. She is twisting the knife. She's making a big deal out of nothing. You know, she's just she's being ridiculous. But then he also, while complaining about being broken up with, simultaneously asserts that he's now going to make the decision to close the chapter and move on. He's actually done with her. He's putting nails in the coffin. So yeah, from a thematic standpoint, I mentioned this earlier and I've got it officially written here. To me, this song is like an anthem for narcissists. He messed up, begged for forgiveness, and then when he didn't get it, he throws everything back on the other person, makes no attempt at accountability, self-reflection, apologizing, or even acknowledging this other individual and what their thoughts or feelings are on the situation whatsoever. He doesn't even tell us what he did, which is a sign of a manipulative person, by the way, someone who is very ambiguous and obfuscates truth and reality in order to continue to frame themselves as the victim. And yeah, and then ultimately claims finally that, oh, well, us breaking up actually wasn't her, it's me, I'm putting the nails in the coffin. The whole song title itself is actually somewhat contradictory to what the song is about. So yeah, honestly, from my perspective, there's nothing of real like thematic value here. The message of this song is rancid. It is a stupid song that is only appealing To anyone who, because I think a lot of people will like this song based on the melodic quality of it and the musical quality of it. But if you actually read the lyrics and see what he's saying and interpret it, I just don't think anyone could walk away from this being like, oh yeah, these are great lyrics, unless you yourself are like a manipulator like Ivan in this song. So all that said, final verdict. Yeah, this song is super disappointing, and not because it's all bad, but because it's got a ton of wasted potential. The epic verses, the interesting musical choices, the main riff, the cinematic style. There was really something unique here for Five Finger Death Punch, which is kind of a band that's, from my view, has been notoriously narrow in their scope. I mean, I know they've made a lot of albums and they've gone a few different places, but they're very talented, and I've always felt like, you know, how good they are, they never seem to quite reach like a certain level. I think it's songs like this that are sort of examples of why, because the band wants to do stuff that's more high tier, higher level musicianship, and then Ivan comes in and just spews bullshit everywhere, all over it. Yeah, to me, this is why he is the worst lyricist in rock music, and he kind of ruined this song with his narcissistic nonsense.